We are on this program today, Workers on the Move, and today we are right at the heart of the city center at the Federal Secretariat, FCT, where we are here to examine the opinions of workers on the recent 50% increase in telecom tariffs. As we know, it's an issue that borders all Nigerians, but especially it affects Nigerian workers who are already struggling to make ends meet with the 70,000 naira minimum wage, which seems not to be even more or enough to take care of themselves and family. And we will be right here bringing you opinions and divergent views on these issues. Hello, sir. Can we get to meet you?
Yes, my name is Micah Ibrahim. I'm a fashion and designer by God grace.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir, how do you feel about this recent increase in telecom tariffs?
Honestly speaking, the increasement of the telecommunication tariff is alarming. It's something that we don't need to welcome it. This is a time that people are facing is very hardship. In other things, even to feed is a problem. Transportation is a problem. So, and the government are still coming with a lot of load in the masses, which is not right. As a government, the government is supposed to be there for the masses. But the government, they are not, well, they are trying their best, but there are some policy they are bringing to us which is not welcoming. So I pray that they will do something to reverse this thing that they just increased.
Do you think Nigerians will have been consulted before this policy is even considered in the first?
Yes, of course. Nigerians are supposed to be consulted before the increasement of the tariff, so that at least you should have the opinion of Nigerians. Because without the masses, there will not be government. Without the masses, there will not be leadership. So I pray they could have just consult the masses before going ahead to increase the tariff.
How will this increase of tariff, if government insists that it must come to be, how will it affect your personal income?
Well, it's going to affect me negatively, because as normally you manage to put small money to make maybe calls or to your chatting and other things, you know, the thing will increase. So, and sometimes this thing will make some things to go up. And sometimes you don't blame the masses. When you are doing a small business, you calculate the transportation, you calculate the feeding, you calculate your other expenses, and they are coming with another increment of tariff of communication. Is not welcome.
My name is Haji Abdelaziz. Okay. With the current situation on the ground, the Mr. President is trying his best, but this current tariff hike, in fact, is somehow disgusting, because we're even struggling to feed ourselves. With the 3 square meter, even 2 square meter, you can't meet up. But we only solicit and beg the Mr. President to look into it and direct whoever is in charge to calm down and suspend this action and let the masses continue to manage the previous tariff cost. So any additional will be a tantamount to destruction, because people are clamoring and even murmuring for the recent economic situation, which Mr. President is trying to improve, and we are being seen in the kind of the effort is being in place. But we appeal to the Mr. President to kindly tell whoever in charge to suspend the action and allow the masses to enjoy the dividends of the credit. Any increase in tariff now is a tantamount to total destruction.
Thank you very much, sir. Currently, we know workers are struggling to meet up ends as regards the 70,000 naira minimum wage. Do you think if this tariff is being inflicted on Nigerians, it's going to affect more of the workers?
Of course, it's going to affect more of the workers, because everybody live on the take-home pay at the end of the month, which is not enough, which is cannot even stand and manage, or it cannot even withstand the current situation. But everybody is managing what it has now, the take-home pay. But for another increasement of 50%, in fact, it's going to be much more having a bad effect on the workers. So we beg the government to look into it deeply.
Yes, my name is Ishmael.
On the recent tariff increase of the telecommunication sector, we want to know, how do you feel about such kind of news?
No, it's sad. It's sad, really, because communication is the bedrock. Communication is the bedrock of every relationship. Now we have to communicate with our loved ones, with our family members, and you know the harrowing experience we're having now in Nigeria, where we can't take basic transport to work, to feed our families and all that. So it's telling on us, on our families, it's telling on our pockets daily. So by the time you now say, okay, you want to now increase the cost of communication, how do you now want us to communicate to our loved ones? How do you want us to communicate to our grandparents back home? So it's something that I will appeal to the government to see if they can review that or have a human face to it, so that they could see how, even if it's to introduce the issue of subsidy on communication, it will go a long way to put food on our table of the common man.
In a nutshell, what you're saying is that
to bring about inflation, to bring about more poverty, to bring about sufferness, and it's not good as we speak at the moment.
Do you feel that at the beginning of this intended increase, Nigerians were consulted enough on this issue? Were you sent a message, maybe a text message? Did you get a text message?
There was no any form of communication. We just saw it over the news, over the social media, that communication tariff has been increased, and it has been affecting us now as we speak. Even when they say that it has not been increased, 50% has been increased or not, but we are feeling the pinch already, and it's telling on us.
Sir, before I let you go, the NLC are planning on a protest on the 4th of February against this tariff. Would you say you are in support of that action?
It's a welcome development. Welcome development.
You feel they should go on protest?
Yes, they should. It will send a message down to feel the plight of every Nigerian.
So residing in Abuja. As you can see, whenever there's an increase in any of the services, definitely it's going to affect the populace. It is going to affect your income. It's going to affect your financial obligations, because as you can see, some of these increases, it has not been really easy on Nigeria. If you look at it vividly, or maybe you may agree with me that for those who are the civil servants, who are the salary earner, since last year, that the federal government said they have increased the minimum wage, and some of them have not been able to see anything. It has not been reflected. They have not even paid their arrears. How much more those who are actually working on their daily activities? So the same income that we have been getting since last 2 years is still the same income we are having right now. So when you bring any increases, definitely it will affect your financial obligations. So no doubt about it. So it has not really been easy in Nigeria. It is God that is keeping us going. So thank you.
So we learned about also that inflation has been rising vis-a-vis the income of workers. Are you seeing this tariff as another boost to inflation in Nigeria?
Of course. So it's a trajectory to inflation. So you can't dispute that.
One last question, sir. We learned just some days back that the NLC are proposing a protest against this tariff. Do you think it will help to niche the board?
The question is this: would the NLC they be genuine in their proposed strike? Would they be genuine? Is there genuinity in NLC?
It's actually a protest, sir, not a strike.
The protest was
what has been done is wrong.
To what extent the protest is going to yield a positive outcome?
But you are hopeful if they could take on this protest?
Let's see. We have so many protests in Nigeria. So what has been the consequence of the protest?
Thank you for your view, sir.